Outside, the thunderstorm ceased, and the sun came out in a blaze of glory to reveal a sparkling rainbow in the wake of the retreating storm. The two men moved to the drawing-room window to view this phenomenon. "I am always amazed at the clarity of the air and the appearance of the rainbow after the torrential showers," said the older man. "I expect you younger men all have a logical scientific explanation for it, but I prefer to think there is some magic involved in it myself. I have come to the limit of scientific logic," said the younger man, "and find it does not give me the answer to the basic questions of life, such as why are we here?" "Well," said the old man, "I am glad to see that I am in the company of one who is not an unquestioning proponent of modern science. I am so constantly subjected to these kinds of people nowadays that I was almost giving up hope that there was anyone with a spark of original thinking left." "To get back to the original question," continued the young man, "how am I to be educated by this illusion?" At that moment a bee came buzzing to the open window and proceeded to investigate the lace curtain on the inside, but although it contained many floral designs, not one of them contained nectar, so the bee flew off again to seek elsewhere the bane of its life. "When we start out on the course of a single life," began the old man, "we bring a certain amount of baggage from the previous lives, along with many hopes and aspirations for what we may achieve in the current one. You find yourself in circumstances which enable you to exercise your creativity to make dreams come true, if you are prepared to exercise those creative powers, rather than being a passive reactor to the circumstances in which you find yourself. We cannot really create an ancestry, but come into an already existing line of ancestry on the physical. The creative powers we use in changing the now, rather changing the state of consciousness, to go back into the past or change it, is rather a violation of the natural flow of cycles. It is more advisable to work on the present into the future context. Oak Hill was rather a designed place than an inherited or acquired place, but since it would take longer than the actual length of a human life, one incarnation, to grow an oak wood, it would have to be located in an existing mature oak wood on a hill. To find such was one of the young man's dreams. I envisaged also that the house as being a place of metaphysical speculation, spiritual tranquility, or a way station to the inner planes, in a word, a temple. There would be a lake with swans nearby, or a pillar-lined temple of life walkway by the lake, with steps coming up from the water to the walkway. A clear view to the evening sun across the lake, even an island in the lake from which to view dawn and sunset from a secluded sanctuary amid the herbage. Awakening to the sound of bird song as the dawn broke in the early summer mornings, or even in the short winter days when snowflakes glided on northern breezes. A place apart from the noise of the crowd, but not separated from life, life itself being contemplated there.